I used to say there are no good men until I realized what that belief was actually revealing about me. And that's why I don't judge women when they say it, but I do get curious because sometimes that phase comes after you've been hurt, after you've tolerated less than you deserve, or after you keep attracting the same emotionally available men. Here's what I had to realize. There are actually amazing men out there, men who want partnership, loyalty, who want to treat love like something super sacred, who see women as equals and powerful. I just wasn't attracting one of those men. So at some point, I had to stop saying there are no good men and start asking myself better questions. Who am I attracted to? What am I tolerating? What do I believe I deserve? Why does chaos feel familiar? Because if every single man feels low quality, we gotta be brave enough to look inward. Good men exist. I know because I'm with one right now. So the question, it isn't where are all the good men? It is, are you ready to receive one?
Monkey branches regret breaking up with you when their new relationship starts to have problems. They remember how good you were to them, how kind you were and attentive. And I know that you were, because people who get monkey branch, they are just good people. Actually too good. And that's one of the problems. But this will coming to your aid or credit, should I say, when they're coming back, because they are regretting breaking up with you for someone else that treat them really, really bad while you treat them well. And this is a moment for you to say, thank you, no thank you. You gotta be strong enough to say, I don't want you anymore. You need to block them regardless. You need to just completely go radio silent on them. And this is where I come in to help you and prepare you to do that. So check out my YouTube channel. This is exactly what you need right now to prepare you, to make you stronger, for you to heal and to grow. I'll see you there.
And one thing modern women are going to have to start learning and understanding is that men remember when I tell you my feelings and you try to use my feelings, my emotions against me as leverage. I remember that.
Guys, as a woman who just want a decent man in her life, listen up. We are secretly rooting for you. We want to be chosen by you. If a girl is showing signs that she likes you and you're holding back, waiting for the right moment to tell her how you feel, we'll assume you're not interested. We'll start to pull away even though we're hoping you're the one. And please, stop listening to the nonsense on social media telling you what women supposedly want in a man, because not all of us are looking for some alpha, high-value, emotionless robot. And trust me, while you're thinking, all women are playing games, most women are thinking, all men only want us for our bodies and So you see, we're just both doubting each other when deep down we just want something real. We just want you to win with us. We're quietly hoping you're it. But every time you focus more on impressing us than actually getting to know us, every time you rush the process just to lock it down, it gets harder to root for you. We don't need perfect. We need real. So show up for that and we'll meet you there.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
I'm so tired of hearing there are no good men left. I disagree completely. I have never had a problem meeting good men, not once. But when I ask women who say this, what are you actually doing to meet someone? Are you going out? Are you trying? The answer is always the same. Either yes, but dating apps are full of idiots, or no, it's too much work. And there it is. Because finding a good person who meets your standards, yes, it is work, real work. And you have to actually do it. I have a friend, Jennifer, beautiful life, amazing man by her side. Other women look at her and say, how? She's not even that pretty. I will tell you how. She has life in her eyes. She goes out, she does things, she puts herself out there even when it's uncomfortable. She did the work. A good man is not going to knock on your door while you're sitting at home scrolling through your phone complaining there are none left. You want a great relationship? Go build a life. And the right person will find you in the middle of it. Tell me I'm wrong and follow my page for more personal stories.
You know, you have a lot of good men that have approached before, but they've gotten labeled a creep and they've gotten labeled as the problem in the situation. And they literally didn't do anything wrong. So when a man stops approaching, that's why.
I don't think men marry until they're ready. 100%.
And a lot of the times it has nothing to do with the woman that they choose.
Yeah.
A lot of the times they could have a great woman that caters to them and loves them, and they know that they can build something great. And it takes a certain type of man to say, okay, this woman is with me with where I am. But a lot of the times when men aren't financially stable, or they don't know what they want to be or what their purpose is, and they don't know who they are, and it could be all three or any of the three, I don't feel like a man is ready to commit to marriage because he hasn't even committed to himself.
That's true.
And so I think that we have to take a lot of the pressure off of us as women being like, well, why didn't this man choose me? Because it's easy to get married and it's easy to be in a relationship, but being with a person that is aligned, that understands that there is a yearning and a desire to know who you are and to move in integrity with that person. That's a different type of relationship, which is why 2 out of 3 marriages end in divorce, right? Because people don't take the time to really solidify those things first.
A lot of these modern women are talking about wanting to meet a man in the wild. Well, you have to have a meet a man in the wild face. You have to have a meet a man in the wild attitude. And a lot of y'all are unpleasant and you're ugly.
If a bald man ever offends you, I want you to ask him, when you wash your face, how high up do you go?
If a bald man offends you, address the thing that he did instead. Call it out. Set boundaries. Don't put up with it. And it's so weird how there's constant preaching about body positivity unless it's a man. Then suddenly height, jokes, and boldness are on the table. And if a man came on here and made a joke just like that, but a woman's aging, her fat, or anything else, he wouldn't be allowed on the internet anymore. You would get shamed so badly. But we laugh at jokes like this. A lot of men don't find this funny.
I have a new scale for you to test the chivalry of the men you're dating, and it's called the older sister test. When a man does something, I want you to ask yourself, would a good older sister do this? Let me just name the things my older sisters do that an embarrassingly high amount of men don't do. First of all, when I leave, they will walk me to my car, stand outside on the porch with the light on until they see me start my car and drive away. When they drop me off at my house, they'll sit in their car, watch me walk in, and lock the door before they drive away. They will not let me drive myself to the airport. They are going to drive me there. When we're on a walk or a run, they're on the outside. My gifts are well thought out and something I love, like Pureology, moon boots, really nice clothes. They always make sure I text them that I got home safely and follow up if they didn't hear from me. I try to pay for my own stuff, but they're always paying for things for me. And it's embarrassing the amount of men out there that don't know to make sure you get home safely. My sisters are better boyfriends than a lot of men. So next time you're wondering, oh my gosh, he didn't repost me on his story, would a good older sister do that? Yeah, she would.
You know, a lot of these modern women try to say that men are bitter, but opting out sometimes, moving away, is you recognizing, hey man, I need to have some boundaries and I need to have a little bit more respect for myself. And that's okay.
This man just made the grave mistake of catcalling me from his car while I was walking my dog.
Okay, I think most people would consider that to be rather childish and rude, but why are we making a video about it?
I looked up his license plate.
Oh dear.
And did you know it's really easy to find someone's address? Yeah.
Now, why exactly would a person do that?
Do you know how easy it is to mail someone a box of wasps and asbestos and other things that they probably don't want to open?
Okay, well, personally, I don't approve of catcalling from anyone to anyone. However, I'm not quite sure that it needs to resort to this level of sending harmful things through the mail. Pretty sure there's a law about that somewhere.
Anyway, protect female rage.
I don't think I would call that so much rage, more as an extreme overreaction to an individual's, albeit rude, behavior.
Let me clarify what I meant why modern men are not dating anymore. Besides the economic struggle a lot of us face, modern dating has turned into a free-for-all, at least in the social media space, because we cannot negate that media and social media doesn't have effect on our psyche and how we see day-to-day life. When I said back in the day people didn't date, what I mean is prior to 1960, the Sexual Revolution, people did not date around the way we date now. They courted with the intent of marriage. Now, was every single person following that? No. But the way we date now, how it's a free-for-all, how people do sleep together during the dating phase, that was not socially acceptable. That was just not normal. Were people doing it? Yes, but it was not normal. And if a woman happened to get pregnant, they would get married because socially it was not okay for people to have premarital sex, have kids out of wedlock, and that be a-okay for everybody. That just was not a thing.
She said all that and she ain't said a damn thing. Men aren't dating anymore because the women aren't worth dating. There you go.
A lot of these modern women continue to want a 6-figure guy. Oh man, he gotta look good. You know, he gotta be the man of my dreams. The stuff that I've seen in comic books or whatever they read, that type of stuff. But then, like, honestly and truly, for some of these women, the only thing that you really are is pretty. Like, you're cute, but that's about it.
How should a woman of God treat her husband? Let's talk about it. Number 1, she should respect and honor him. Respect him as the man of the house and honor him as the provider of the relationship. Number 2, submit to his leadership. 1 Corinthians 11:11 says that in the Lord, woman is not independent of man, nor is man independent of woman. Some of you are so obsessed with being strong, independent women around him. But what you don't know is that you're taking away his masculinity and leadership. For you are not supposed to be an independent woman around him. You are the missing rib. Remember that. So let him be masculine and lead you. Number 3, she should be trustworthy and faithful. You should not slander and try to ruin his reputation or plans. For you must be someone to trust. A relationship cannot work without trust. Number 4, she should treat him with care. Do not hurt him and be good to him in every way. Lastly, number 5, she should be his loyal companion. When God created Eve, he created her to be Adam's companion and helper. For it was not good to leave him alone. Then he would have ended up lonely. That is why she became his loyal companion, and so should we. Now I hope this helped, and don't forget to share this with someone who needs to hear it. God bless you guys.
I mean, once again, we go back to that saying, women start off the relationship doing what 0%, and men start off doing like 100% or something like that. And then over time, the woman is supposed to increase her level of effort to 100%. But by that time, the man is at 50%. Well, yeah, makes sense because you weren't doing anything for God knows how many years.
Okay to leave the good guy. It's okay to leave the good guy for what exactly? When y'all give each other this stupid advice, what is the expectation? And what you really mean by you weren't happy, it means that you want to get ran through and you want to experience new things, which means you want to experience other men. Let's just call it what it is. This is the exact reason why you hear so many men saying that men will sacrifice his life for his family and women will sacrifice their family for their feelings. And it's because women make these dumb long-term decisions on temporary feelings and then they can't understand why their life is in shambles. And this woman is actually a life coach and wants to sell women her advice. And the reality is that what she's telling women is to go for that dopamine hit while they're chasing chads and getting ran through. And basically they don't realize that they are going to hit the wall. Their beauty is not going to last forever. And they're going to be on the dating scene up against a bunch of 20-something-year-olds. And they call that happiness. Meanwhile, what it really is selfishness because you ruined your family. You ruined a good guy. You're going to be on the internet crying about where did all the good men go? But you don't realize that the good men are gone because you made them bad by doing like this. The worst part about these women is that they know from the beginning that they don't want to marry these men, but they marry them because they're the safe bet. They're the ones that they want to use them for children. So they're more reliable for child support and alimony later on when they decide to dump them. The best part about it is that these men eventually move on. They find better. They find women that appreciate them, that want to be in a marriage. Well, these women stay bitter. They stay mad. They stay resentful. And the funny thing about it is they realize that they have this sense of fake self-worth and that they put their happiness in the hands of somebody else and they're still miserable because it's really a them problem and not a husband problem. And now they spend the rest of their lives trying to heal and be better. Okay.
What modern women don't really understand is that men don't really have troubles, or they really don't. They'll pay for a meal. I'll do that. A lot of men know, hey, I might not be perfect at it, but I know in general where I need to be, how I need to be a man. Now you got to come alongside me and you got to be the woman. We're going to learn how to be better versions of ourselves together. But as it stands right now, you're not even half of what I am.
My date just canceled on me tonight because he found my TikTok. And that's really, really unfortunate because this is like the first time where social media has been like a detriment. Not a detriment, but has like negatively harmed me.
Kudos to that man for having boundaries. But unfortunately, he still got a video made about him, which is honestly the entire missed point here. The problem is not that you're on social media. The problem is your content, because if you look at 3 or 4 videos back, every other video you're talking about some date. So yeah, if the man that's looking to take you out on a date finds your social media and your content is all about bashing guys that have taken you on dates, that is a man that is way smarter than signing up for that. Like, I don't know what to tell you, ladies. You think that men agree with you when you think that most men are terrible. Like, most men, especially good men, by the way, they know that most men are good men. I would actually question the men that say that there aren't good men out there, that they're mostly bad men. I would question those guys because I think they might just be projecting. But hey, that's my 2 cents, and let this be a lesson that it's not just about social media, it's how you present yourself as a whole in public, social media or not.
Modern women continue to screw themselves, really honestly and truly. I don't need a man. He don't got to buy me this. I buy this for my own self and all that other stuff. You're so loud. You're so boisterous with it. You're so bold. You're so confident with it that the man actually heard you. He really heard you. And when he starts responding to what he heard, all of a sudden it's, well, you didn't have to act like that and you didn't have to do that and I still need you for these things. But you screwed yourself by talking the way that you talk.
You see, that's how you can tell. If you meet somebody and he's coming to genuinely help you, then 9 times out of 10, he's a giver. That there are still good men out there who will come and help you out, ladies. You want somebody that's solid. Somebody who will stay home with you at night and not creep around and be on his phone trying to text other people and all that kind of stuff. You want a wholesome man, a man who can add to your life. There's no reason why you can't meet a good man. But the thing about it is, you have to put out that energy. All right? You have to put it out. It radiates out of you. If you have a light in you, it will draw good people to you. Now, it'll draw some not so good people to you too, but they're just coming to use up your good energy. But there are some good people who are coming to help. There are some good men out there, good men who are looking for good, wholesome women, not a caricature of a woman, but a good, wholesome, natural woman. That's what a good man wants.
I've already met men who I love and I wouldn't marry them. Because I don't see marriage as something that I do just because I love someone. I see marriage as something I do because it's going to benefit me. It's going to make my life even better. Love as an emotion doesn't necessarily materially make your life better. It just makes your life easier to cope with, but your conditions are the same. I'm going to require more than that from a man, because if that's all that love can do, I already have that around me. So why would I marry a man for what I already have? I'm not marrying a man because I love him. I'm marrying a man because he loves me way more. And that's how I know I'm going to get the best I can get out of this. This is how I wish women would think. But they don't think that way. They think, well, we can just help him build. He's struggling right now, but I love him and I just see the potential. Potential is a dangerous word, girl. Is your life worth throwing away via a dice toss? That's essentially what you're doing. You're shuffling dice in your hands and you're tossing them just to see what's going to happen. Because potential isn't impossible to meet, but not everyone meets their potential, babe. You can't go off of potential. I would never in my life advise any young woman in my life to prioritize a man's potential. Potential is not proof of concept. Potential is potential. Proof is a different concept altogether. So if a man is displaying signs of incompetence, then that tells me that he's the kind of man who will be probably sloppy with money, unreliable. I wouldn't marry him.
You know, modern women, and sometimes they have rosters, and they do this with their rosters. You know, they get a good man on the hook, but then I see this man over here. I see this guy over here. And, oh, I want this man. And this type of back and forth, and well, maybe this, and maybe I'll do that. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't have the option. Y'all don't have the time that you think you do. Going back and forth instead of just messing around with the good man. You wasting your time, bro.
Houston Singles, we're bringing back speed dating at De Fortune. It's happening May 17th from 6 to 9:30 in a romantic cocktail bar setting with up to 15 speed dating rounds so you can meet and chat with new people face to face. Your ticket includes a drink, a matchbook to track connections, and your match is sent after. Spots are limited, so grab your ticket. You never know who you'll meet.
Second marriages are typically more successful than first marriages, especially when the second marriage is to the same person. And yes, my husband and I are in our second marriage with each other. We just skipped the divorce part. Our first marriage, it was beautiful and a disaster at the exact same time. When we first met and fell in love, it felt like we were finally coming home. We were best friends. We had babies, we built a life. But as time went on, our marriage was crumbling. I didn't respect his decision making, and he blamed me when things went wrong. I couldn't make sense of my own emotions, so I shut down. And he didn't know how to regulate his, so he'd explode. I didn't trust that he could truly care for me, so I clung to independence, which was really an escape plan. And he made me feel like I was last on his list. Some of this probably sounds way too familiar, and some of it might sound horrifyingly far from your reality. But here's what I really want you to hear. It can change. You can have a second marriage while staying married to the same person. Today, I trust my husband fully. I'm proud to call him the leader of our family. Not because I'm silent, but because underneath of every conversation and every argument, there is deep trust. All that to say, we're still not perfect. We're human. We're just two people who rebuilt something that we believed was really worth keeping. Our first marriage didn't do so well, but our second marriage is thriving. And if your marriage is anything like our first, yours too can shift. You can have a second marriage to the person you're already married to.
Men don't want to chase you. They don't want to play chase at all. They want to play tag. They want someone who's going to get them back. They want someone who's going to make them faster, stronger, more strategic, someone who's going to challenge them. Like, imagine being a kid at a playground and another kid comes up to you and asks if you want to play, and you're like, what do you want to play? And they're like, chase. And you're like, cool, how's that go? I chase you, and then what? And then they're like, and then you just keep chasing me forever. What the is that? That's the most boring game ever. If you want to chase, chase back.
Men tend to lean in to not me. Ooh, you're not me. Right? And I would assert that most men, whether they know it or not, they're scanning for strength, and specifically scanning for strength and sorting for complementary strength. So I'm not looking for someone like me. I'm looking for someone who's strong, not like me. So unconsciously filling a team, unconsciously making a hunting tribe, right? He's fast, he's strong, he's accurate, he or she, we don't even care. Truthfully, it's just competency to produce the result. And it's something huge for women to understand that men are looking for in a mate. Complementary strength. They're not looking to compete. They're looking for how are you a genius in a different way than I'm a genius? How are you brilliant? How are you? Oh my gosh, she's so strong like that, right? We complementary strengths. Well, the hormones have most women experience feeling safe, and I would use that word strongly, feeling safe, which is different than factually safe. So trying to give a woman the facts that tell her she ought to feel safe, it never works. Honey, I've never run into the back of another car.
Boy, your eyes are like sapphires. Gee, that's pretty corny though, huh?
No, not at all.
She's beautiful. Wow. I'll say, she looks gorgeous. The most beautiful of us.
I owe my life to you, my darling.
I couldn't live without you, Robin.
All right, I'm driving to get ashes, but I had to tell you the story real quick. My daughter's 21, but when she was 19, she went on a date with this guy. And of course, when she came home, you know, I was asking her how did it go. So she says, Mom, I got the ick. Now, I don't know if you guys know what the ick is, but the ick is when somebody does something so repulsive to you that you know, you will not be seeing them again. So I said to her, so what gave you the ick? And she says, Mom, he opened the car door for me the whole entire night. Like I'm not capable of opening a door. Duh. And I was like, you did not just say that. And then she goes, and he walked me to the door at the end of the night like, clinger. And I was just like, who are you? And what have you done with my offspring? But then I realized that society is molding her. And it didn't help that, you know, I was divorced for 16 years. So she never really saw me with a boyfriend that was opening the car door for me or anything like that. Because although I had a long-term boyfriend, I did not see him when I had my kids. When I had my kids, I had my kids and I wanted to spend time with them alone. So she never got to see any of that. So it was really up to society, her peers, and that really didn't work out so well. So I'm like, what? Like, why are these kids confusing chivalry with disrespect? Like, it's bothering me. And then I'm thinking about the dads, like you dads, like you must be really confused too, because what if you're raising your sons to be this way and then they date someone like my daughter? Like, isn't that confusing? Yeah, weigh in here. I want to know what you guys think.
Like, a lot of women still don't get it, but men are not approaching women because they are traveling abroad because they're looking for more fun, fit, friendly, feminine kind of women, you know, with cute personalities and soft personality. You know, men are not interested in self-sufficient, independent, you know, women who acting like men, you know what I mean? Or women who carry themselves like they don't need no man. They can do all without a man, okay? So men are packing up and they going to places where they celebrate it and not tolerate it. That's why men is not approaching women no more.
Let's talk about it.
Let her talk.
What you say?
I said women don't like dudes who got their own, who don't need them. They rather deal with men who are not that intellectually aggressive, who gonna let them say what they want and do what they want. They rather deal with a man like, not saying you like that, but most women out here don't want to deal with a man who gonna say, baby, nah, don't wear that. Nah, baby, don't talk like that. They don't really want to deal with that. They rather deal with a dude who let them say and do whatever they want to do. And they think if a man be a man, he's toxic.
So my question was, do you with a real woman?
Let me answer that question.
And the reason why I asked
is
listening. Because if you work with a real woman, she's going to agree with you. Hey, maybe I shouldn't step outside wearing this nasty ass shit.
Let me answer that. This is the problem. The real woman is standing too close to the hoes, so we don't know the difference until we start talking to y'all. No, listen. I met a lot of women. It don't mean, I don't care if they from the hood. I don't care if they got two parents. Their interests are the same. It's like right now, right? If you see 10 lions coming down the street, are you going to try to figure out which lion going to bite your ass or not? You're going to be like, them 10 lions. So unfortunately, the real woman agree with too much.
Good point made, man. He cooking right now. He cooking.
These hoes is on, so we don't know the fucking difference. Y'all got to stand far away from the hoes because y'all dress like them. Y'all wear the same they wear. Right. Y'all listen to the same music they listen to. And y'all stand for the same they stand for. In most cases, not you, baby, but in most cases, the real women got too much in common with the.
Hey, light it up in the comments, man. Was he on to something or was he on to something? Let me know.
Are you a Christian single woman between the ages of 35 to 44, living anywhere within the US, Canada, UK, and you're ready for a godly relationship that leads to marriage? Then this video is for you. I have the profile of 4 husband-ready men, Christian single men who live anywhere within the US, Canada, or the UK, who are ready for a committed relationship that leads to marriage. They vary in their various fields. You can get to know more information even as you fill the assessment. But if you are interested in meeting any of these Christian single men on our next virtual meetup, I want you to fill the short form via the link below. Click that link, fill the form, and I look forward to introducing any of the husband-ready men that is of your interest to you on our next virtual meetup. Click that link, fill the form, and I look forward to seeing you on the next meetup. Bye for now.
I just came across this video of this woman basically like she's profusely sobbing. She's basically saying like, oh, if you're married to a man, even if he's a good man, you are going to lose yourself. And she doesn't know if his marriage is even worth it. Are you unhappy because you're not doing things that you love, or is he actively stopping you because you're prioritizing his wants? If you're in a marriage with a man and you're not doing things that you love and that you prioritize, you are going to feel as though you lost yourself to him. If you feel this way, 9 times out of 10, you're not with the right man. I know you want to argue with me, but let me give you an example. Yesterday, I knew I was going to be out all day hanging out with my friends, at cafes, at dinner, and hanging out and chatting, filling my own cup. So I got up at 11 a.m. before I left, made my husband dinner, said, hey, I'm not going to see you till later tonight. Enjoy this dinner that I made you because I know this is how you like to be loved. See you later. I hang out with my friend all day. I get home around 9 p.m. and the house is spotless. House is vacuumed, the floors are mopped, and the only thing that I have for my husband is a good time and a good attitude. And is there anything I can get for you, babe? Because there is a give and there's a take. There is not just, I'm giving my all to a man and I'm not getting anything back. That means you're with the wrong individual who doesn't value your own happiness. American society has told us, like, in order for us to find, like, ultimate happiness, it has to be about me, 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 and, like, this individualistic, like, idea and this attitude that I have to be happy all the time and there's no sacrifice for happiness. It's, like, it's so unrealistic, and it causes, like, people to feel as though I'll only be happy if I'm alone. But that's not real. It's not even a real thing. It's not a real thing. And we tell ourselves this. And I just want to say that I understand that people go through these things because men can be literally the most terrible beings on this planet. And they only prioritize themselves if you let them. But if you do not, oh. Hello. Hi.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
For richer, for poor.
For richer, for poor.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And obey. To love.
To love.
Cherish.
Cherish.
And obey.
I'm not saying that word. Say it. I'm not saying that word. I'm not obeying anybody. I don't obey anybody, especially him. So you can continue without that word. Cherish. I'm not obeying nobody. I'm not saying that word. You think I am about to start my life off obeying a man? Never. I'm not obeying anybody. Say it, girl. So we can continue. We can continue without me saying that word.
If you on your square, if that's the qualifier. If you're on your square. Don't be out here begging no woman to see your value, dog. Now, I'm not talking about debating with women and beating women up for not deeming you or whatever, you feel me? I mean, genuinely, G. If a woman not going for what you, and you know you prove your worth every time, like you really step about who you say you are, bro, don't beg no woman to see your value. Whether it's whether it's emotional, whether it's spiritual, like Trill saying, like I know I'm valuable. It's a lot of women who validate that. And shorty, if you don't see the value in what I bring to the table, I'm not about to sit here and argue with you. They waiting for me over there.
And I think you should go get them.
And no, literally, rather than try to make her what I want, I'm gonna go see what they talking about.
I see so many people saying, oh, what's the problem for women approaching men first? If she likes him, she should go for it. There's so many problems with this, and let me tell you why. First off, if a woman is approaching a man first, automatically he's going to see himself as the prize, and that's not the case. In every scenario, the woman is the prize, and the man should chase the woman because she's the prize. Second of all, he's automatically going to see himself as higher because he was the one that was approached, and he's going to use that to his advantage. And almost every single time, once y'all get into an argument, he's going to bring up, well, I never wanted you in the first place. You're the one that came to me. And if a man is getting approached first, most likely he's not going to say no because he didn't have to do any work to get that woman because she's coming to him. So I always advise against approaching first. And if you do like someone, there's little subtle signs that you can give to show that person, hey, I like you, but like, can you come approach me? But as a woman, you should never approach first.
Why are men not confident enough to walk up to women now? Please shout out to the guys who are confident enough.
Because you guys call them creeps. You guys scream at them. Yeah, I've seen that one before. I've seen many of those before. Because you guys won't give them the time of day. And then you complain about why they won't approach you anymore. You guys also became a problem more than you guys became peaceful. Men are not putting up with that type of drama anymore. And women have gotten way too in touch with their masculine energy that it's just not worth it anymore. We are doing far too much, and this is why men are tired. We need to be feminine in order for them to approach us. That's why.
You seem stressed. Everything okay?
My car needs new tires, like immediately.
How much?
800, maybe more.
That's rough. You have it saved?
Not really. I was thinking maybe you could help?
Help, like, lend you money?
I mean, we're together. Isn't that what partners do?
Sure. So, like, half?
I was thinking more, you just take care of it.
Take care of $800.
You make more than me.
We make almost the same.
Okay, but you don't have the expenses I have.
Maya, you just got back from Miami 2 weeks ago.
That was a girls' trip. I needed that.
Right, and when I suggested we do something together, you said you couldn't afford it.
Because I'd already committed to the trip.
So you budget for yourself, not for us.
I'm allowed to have my own life, Ethan. I'm not dependent on you.
Independent, got it.
Yes, I'm an independent woman.
Who needs me to pay for her tires?
That's not fair.
Last month you posted about how you don't need a man for anything.
I don't.
Except rent, help, and dinner, and now car maintenance.
So you're saying you won't help me?
I'm saying the messaging is confusing.
This is what I mean. You don't support me.
I support you plenty. Financially, apparently.
Emotionally, Ethan. You don't support me emotionally.
Because I won't fund your independence?
You're twisting my words.
I'm reading the brochure. Strong, independent woman. Financing required.
You know what? Forget it. I'll figure it out myself.
How?
Nothing?
Just respecting your independence.
When you missed me, just remember that I was right there. Texting you back, answering your calls, making time for you, actually trying. I wasn't hard to deal with. I wasn't confusing. I wasn't playing games. I was showing up and you still treating me like I was optional. You had access to me every day and you moved like it didn't matter. So when you start thinking about me later, don't act like you lost me. You didn't lose me. You had me. You just didn't value me when it was easy and now it's quiet. Now I'm not calling. Now I'm not texting. Now I'm not showing up the same. And that's what you miss. Not the idea of me, but the consistency that you took for granted. And the crazy part, you had that for free and you still fumbled it.
Three tips for women seeking out serious relationships. I know what you guys are thinking. Aren't you a clown? Didn't you make a video about a poop dream? And to that I say, yes, but I'm a layered human being. Tip number one, it sounds like common sense, but the sense don't be common. Y'all, go outside. Like, Go outside and not outside. No, not outside. Outside. Go outside. Get a job, take a class or something, go for a walk. That's how you organically meet somebody. Not by being outside. That's how you get a hookup. Tip number 2, pay attention to the way a man is pursuing you. Is he courting you, asking to take you on dates, giving you compliments instead of calling you fine? Or is he asking you to link? Because quite frankly, if you agree to a link and you thought that was going to be your boyfriend, I don't know what to tell you. Tip number 3, and this is for the real certified lover girls. Y'all, hookup culture is never gonna work for us. I promise you. Just stop trying to do it. It's not gonna give you the status, like, it's not gonna give you what you're looking for. You're gonna feel like shit.
Wait till you can see it in that man's eyes that he loves you. If you can see in his eyes that he loves you without him even having to say a thing, then give it to him.
Your husband is the only person in your life who loved you purely by choice. Your parents love you because you belong to them. Your siblings love you because you share the same blood running through your veins. Your children love you because you are the one who brought them into this world. But your husband is different. He was never assigned to you. He was never born into any obligation toward you. No bond of blood tied him to your side. He selected you out of every woman he could have chosen to build a life alongside. He chose your name, your personality, your imperfections, and your future. He made the decision to provide for you, to shield and protect you, to open up his space, his time, and his entire life to you. That kind of choice carries tremendous weight and should never be taken lightly. Do not treat it as something that is simply guaranteed to last on its own. Do not make him feel like he could easily be replaced by someone else. Never forget that the man who chose you also needs to continuously feel chosen in return. Because love within a marriage does not run on autopilot. It is constantly renewed and carefully maintained through respect, genuine attention, and heartfelt appreciation. Through the tone of your voice when frustration rises up inside you. Through the warmth of your response when he reaches out for connection.
These modern women continue to try to humiliate a man. They continue to try to dog a man out in public. They think because they have Instagram and TikTok and they're recording that all men, most men will kind of step back and they'll be like, oh, it ain't worth it. But a lot of these, there's a lot of these modern women think I can do that to any man and just shame him. At some point in time, you're going to do that. And that man is going to clown you. And he's going to ruin your reputation online. Number one. Number two, God forbid you try to put your hands on that man and that man put his hands on you back. That's not what you want. Be careful.